Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith, and I am back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about the new KO from Pocket Operator, Creator, Teenage Engineering. They're coming out with what I would at least consider a short-term banger, and everyone loves this product in terms of early reception. Price alone is hard to argue with. They're definitely going back to the teenage engineering everybody loves. As we all know, teenage engineering is not just a synth company. I think that's something everybody has to accept right now, or accept. Some people get very angry when teenage engineering release a desk, for over $1,000 because it's not a pocket operator or something cheap that they want, or maybe the OP1 price tag is another really, even though it's a synth, it's a pretty heavy topic. To me, I accept what they do. I can tell they're designers. They're not just synth makers. These are people who like to design things and put them out, whether it be a little bit boutique-y and kind of niche and kind of pricey to a lot of people, or something that's more budget-based and more appealing to the synthesizer community. They obviously have a love for synthesizers and sampling and things like that, because I do believe their sound has always been amazing. Their effects have always been really fun, even on the limited pocket operator stuff. Amazing. I had the KO2, I think it was, one of their drum machines. It sounded a killer for the size and price. So they obviously have a passion for synths and music and electronic gear, but they're obviously a passion just for designing other things, and I've accepted that, so I never held it against them. This one checks all the boxes that everyone loves. Mass reception after Korg replay. It kind of bad time for Korg in my opinion. But I want to talk about my opinion in terms of what I think of it overall. There is some limitations here, and there's some parts where it's just absolutely bonkers. So it looks like the sampling itself is the massive limitation of this machine. 64 megabytes, and I think it's an odd sampling rate, if I have to check into that. Sampling at 46.875 16-bit. The more techie heads hit down below. I'm not a huge dude on the sample rate thing, but I think the sample rate's a little odd, so importing might get a little tricky, or they might have some specific stuff created for that. 9 projects is semi-limiting. It's nice to be able to have 9 projects, but it's not super huge, not like Groovebox huge. So that really seems the biggest limitation in terms of the sampling size in your projects. So it's not a full-fledged Groovebox where you can create an album and another album and have multiple stuff stacked. You're gonna be able to create sets, and the sets are gonna have semi-limitations in terms of their sampling. But for the price, you shouldn't be expecting that. With 9 slots, that even the limited sampling time, you can do a lot with some shorter samples. The parts where this project super excels for the price tag is, one, the length of your tracks. They can be up to 99 measures, which is absolutely bonkers. We know that that's the one limitation on a lot of hardware, is how long your tracks, your loops can be. This thing absolutely throws that out of the water. You're a massive length time. The projects can contain 4 groups with 99 patterns. So you have tons of variation within just one project. So even though you have 9 projects, they can be absolutely massive within length and within complexity of actual patterns. The effects and the sound absolutely stellar. In my opinion, they've always sounded good from this company. I've always liked their sound. I've always liked their effects. And it seems like they've brought in the cool aspects of their live-ish type feel they've always been able to blend their effects really well with creating it live. The OPZ, I think, did that really well. The POC operators did this really well. And I think they definitely brought that concept. So for the price, guys, I mean, it's going to, obviously, it's already selling a lot. If you see a lot of comments, I guarantee there's going to be comments in this video being like, I bought it, it's on the way. It's hard to say no. That's just, there's still more capabilities here on this machine. The fact that you have 16 channels of MIDI and 99 length loops, I mean, that's very nice. So, I mean, the design, obviously, I think most people can say it's great. I love the design. The design is awesome. And again, that's what they're good. They're designers. And you can tell that with their projects. They have a passion for designing. And it's not always going to be for you because they're into different things. I think they bring their other passions into their design. So if somebody in their project has an idea for a table, it's probably because they have some passion for creating tables for workspaces and stuff like that. And I think their passions find their way into their design passion. And luckily, we got another electronic music passion from them, and at a great price. I think they realized they had to, because their last few releases have been kind of the other way in terms of price tag and how many people are going to really jump on the train between the singing dolls and the second generation OP1. There's definitely been a kind of wave of pricier TE stuff, people getting a little frustrated at that. You can definitely tell. So this, I feel, was really needed and really should help them kind of get back in the good graces of the sim community. Honestly, this one's definitely going to do that because it pretty much destroys almost everything else in terms of for what it does for the price, even with its limitations. So what I need to say, I hope you guys are having an amazing Thanksgiving or are about to have an amazing Thanksgiving. What is your opinion on it? Did you already buy it? I know there's going to be at least a few people who do. I'm going to get one at the price. Why not? I mean, why not? I mean, especially when they get used. I mean, there's no reason for me not to buy one just because I love TE and it's more of a sampler than the 707. Like the 707 has sampling capabilities, more limited than this in terms of what it can do and how fast it can do it. But it has much more of a synth engine, full project saving, and it's just a full works kind of, full groove box. This is a lot more kind of direct and different in that length time on that recording. I mean, if I slave them together, all of a sudden I have access to 99 note length time, which is pretty nice to me. Pretty nice, I gotta say that, right? So I'm definitely gonna get one. It's not gonna be out the gate. I ain't in a rush to have one early and be like one of the first channels trying to grab those early views for having it. I'm cool with that. I'll get it when I get it. I already got the K2, which I'm still gonna make a video for. And then I bought another Behringer mono. I bought the Cobalt. So, and that's it for my Behringer monos. I'm gonna have 2 racks of monos for a while, and that's all. Obviously, all I need. That's more than enough. But I needed the Cobalt. I figured at this point, I might as well just polish it off so I can just buy another rack, have 2 tiers of racks, and call it a day. So I'm cool for now. I'm gonna be learning the Cobalt, the K2, playing with all the stuff I have. But this will end up in the studio at some point. Like I said, once they started hitting used prices for what they're already at, there's no way I'm not gonna buy one of these bad boys. Would love to know your opinion. As always, stay positive, stay creative, support each other. Peace.